The Switch 2 has officially been revealed to the world in a short 2-minute trailer. We still don't know a lot about the finer details. There are a few things we can discern from the initial unveiling. With confirmation of a Nintendo Direct all about the console on April 2nd, and a Nintendo Switch 2 experience on the way, we don't have to wait long to know more about the console. But for now, here are some of the biggest questions we can't wait to get the answers for. When will the Switch 2 release? After building up such hype, it's only natural to wonder when exactly we will be able to get our hands on the Switch 2. The trailer confirmed a vague 2025 launch window, but no exact date yet. Based on the Switch 2 hands-on experience event dates, it's likely it won't be any time before June at the earliest. However, we're hoping the April 2nd Direct will answer this question for us. How much will the Switch 2 cost? Okay, so we're getting a new console, but how much do we need to save up to get our hands on it? The trailer didn't reveal a price point, but given that it's expected to be a more powerful, upgraded model of the Switch, there's plenty of guesses on how much it'll set us back. While we can only speculate, it could very well cost a bit more than the Switch OLED model, which launched at $349. What are the Switch 2 specs? Sadly, the trailer did not shed any light on the internal hardware that the Switch 2 is packing. In the run-up to the reveal trailer, there was a wealth of rumors, supposed leaks, and speculation. One report, according to an internal Activision email, suggested that the Switch 2 would be closer to the PS4 and Xbox One in specs. Going solely off visuals, we can see the Switch 2 has a larger screen, 2 USB-C ports, and an audio jack. The Joy-Cons attach magnetically as opposed to the rails of the original Switch. Speaking of the screen, what's its resolution? Is it an OLED or an LCD or something else entirely? All important questions we hope the Direct sheds light on, along with its performance power capabilities. What is that mysterious new button on the Switch 2? Now, did you spot this one in the trailer? Located just under the home button on the right Joy-Con, there's now an additional little blank square button. Now, this doesn't look too dissimilar from the screenshot button, minus the circle indent, but who knows, this may be a whole new feature of the console. There's also the question of that optical sensor looking thing next to the Joy-Con's connector. Do the Joy-Cons moving along the surface on that edge suggest mouse-like input? Truly a mystery. Hopefully we'll get a rundown of all the upgrades made to the Joy-Cons soon. What games will launch with the Switch 2? In the trailer, we got a good look of what appeared to be Mario Kart 9, though this is still unconfirmed. But what other games can we expect to see? The likes of Pokémon Legends Z-A and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond could very well launch alongside the console, or shortly after. Both were given vague 2025 launch dates, so it would seem likely they'd be in the running as launch titles for the new console. Those two games, alongside Mario Kart 9, would certainly give the console a memorable launch. But given that Nintendo is home to so many strong series, there might be more surprises in store for us. What games won't work on the Switch 2? Backwards compatibility has been confirmed for the Nintendo Switch 2, meaning that you can play both physical and digital games from your original Switch. However, Nintendo caveated that by saying certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported on or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. We don't know for certain what games will fall under this category, but it could potentially be a title that features gyro controls or another feature the Switch 2 potentially doesn't support. Think Ring Fit Adventure or Nintendo Labo. Will the Switch 2 support crossplay with the Switch? It feels quite likely that the Switch 2 will support crossplay with the original Switch, so that players on the previous consoles can still play games with their pals on the latest hardware. We don't have confirmation if the Switch 2 will allow for this, but hopefully this is a question that gets answered in the Direct on April 2nd. And those are all the questions we currently have about the Nintendo Switch 2. Is this a console you're excited for? Are you going to be picking it up on launch? Or are you going to stick with the original Switch? Let us know in the comments and stick with GamesRadar for more news and updates about the Nintendo Switch 2.